They do understand the problems of the NHS, but they're actively trying to push you into the private sector to take away your healthcare and sell it back to you. That is not okay. I'm absolutely furious for a couple of things, because for the last 15 years, NHS doctors like me, nurses, experts in healthcare, experts in the delivery of healthcare, have been screaming at governments, from the Conservatives to now to Labour, screaming for more funding, because they defunded the NHS by £400 billion. That is the absolute truth. They took away funding, £400 billion from you. They've taken away 25,000 hospital beds, and they have watched as tens of thousands of NHS doctors, nurses, and allied health professionals have left the NHS in record numbers because it's so difficult to work in the NHS right now. And the reasons for that are quite simple. And I have an interesting perspective on this as an American, because the American healthcare system is a moneymaker, is a gold mine for so many. And your politicians, from Conservatives to Labour, see it as a gold mine. That is how they want to spark growth in this country, because they want to take away your healthcare and drive you and us into the private sector. That is why record numbers of patients are being forced into private healthcare, are being forced to dip into their savings for the first time in your history. You've had to do this. And record numbers of clinicians who desperately want to work in the NHS and not have to ask for your credit card after we take care of you. And record numbers of us are being forced into the private sector, are being forced abroad. Meanwhile, this government and previous government before it have refused to train enough doctors and train enough nurses and train enough allied health professionals to give you the care that you deserve. When you are sitting in A&E and waiting hours and hours and hours, it's because we don't have enough staff. We don't have enough beds. We don't have enough social care. And we don't have a government that actually understands the problems of the NHS. Rather, they do understand the problems of the NHS, but they're actively trying to push you into the private sector to take away your healthcare and sell it back to you. That is not okay. And government isn't listening, and that's why we have to strike, because it's the only way that they understand anything, the only way they respond to anything to improve your care. So I'm asking you, as we have to go on strike again, please continue to support us and not the politicians that got us into this mess. I promise you, we need more funding, bed, staff, and social care, and we have a government that does not give a shit about you.